the ways in which he called people together. It wasn't so much a movement to build a new church, but rather everything that John Wesley did was out of conviction that people needed to feel the love of God absolutely and without condition, and that people needed to be assured that they were loved and that grace was available to them, whether they were hearing that on the steps of a bar in the deepest coal pit or by some miracle in an Episcopal church, which he always referred people back to throughout his life. No matter what, John Wesley had 3 simple rules that permeated all of his written work and everything that he tried to do. First, to do no harm, then to do good, and finally, to stay in love with God. We have the ability to affect change by acting in the smallest of ways. From the conversation that I had this morning around the article about the Troy police and systematic racism within the office, to sitting with a person and just talking, hearing what their need is, hearing why they showed up at our doorstep at 6 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon. These still small conversations, I'm convinced, are the ways in which individual hearts and minds are changed. That doesn't mean that supporting protests, supporting larger functions that cry out for the humanity of others to be fully acknowledged are not necessarily important. But it's in the midst of those, the interactions that we have, the ways in which we show love, the ways in which we show grace, the ways in which we seek to serve other people around us, that I find to be the most important and the most telling of a character that seeks to follow the example of Jesus. As we continue this journey with Christ, how is it that we seek to spread the love and grace that he embodied on the earth? Remembering that love and grace was embodied by swearing at fig trees, by overturning tables, but also by calming his friends down when they were scared in a boat, by walking all over hither and nigh and talking with people along the way, by seeking solitude when he needed it, but also by challenging the positions of a crowd by drawing in the sand. How are we engaging with each other and our community in a way that shows grace and commitment to service? How are we engaging in our community in a way that listens but gently corrects? How are we engaging with the world in a way that says, you are beloved children of God, and you matter, and I want to hear how you're feeling? I feel as though in the next few weeks that's going to be ever more important as things are ever more contentious, as rhetoric becomes ever more divisive and frightening. It's going to be hard. It's going to feel like we are Paul being chased out of Thessalonica at times. But I pray as a community of faith we will continue to show each other grace. I pray that as ambassadors of Christ to the world, we will offer a grace. And I pray that we will find it in ourselves to do good, not only to all those who we encounter, but to ourselves during these next few weeks as we find what we need to survive and be reminded that we are beloved children of God and that we matter. I pray that we may all share this love and this grace, and that we may find a place of quiet peace in each other's company in the days and weeks to come. Amen. Our next hymn is The Gift of Love. I invite you to rise and bow your spirit as we sing together this morning. Though I may speak with bravest fire and have the gift to all inspire, and have not love, my words are vain as sounding brass and hopeless gain. Though I may give all I possess, and striving so my love profess, but not begin by love within, the prophet soon turns strangely thin. Come, Spirit, come, our hearts control, our spirits long to be made whole. Let inward love guide every deed. By this we worship and are free. You may be seated.
Lord, it's harvest time. The frost is in the air. The pumpkins are orange and bright for us, and the leaves are in their glory. But there is more justice to be done, more light to be shined in the darkness. May these offerings inspire us to do more in your world. Amen. So for announcements, I know most of you should be getting an email blast. But for those who are not, I'm going to go over them just a little bit more. There's some workshops that are offered in lieu of the district days. There's a basic prayer class, using spiritual gifts class, and there's a number of other classes, I guess, that they're looking at setting up. If you're interested in them, contact me or Pastor Paul, and we can get you connected in with those. Pastor Paul is going to be out next week, so yours truly is going to be trying to guide us through. We'll have Julie Borden will be doing the sermon. Also for November, looking ahead for November, All Saints Sunday is 2 weeks away. Please get Paul the names of people that should be lifted up on All Saints Day to Paul. Also looking at November, I'm going out to Colorado for another 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of November. Right now it's a red state, meaning when I get back I'm going to be in quarantine for 2 weeks. I'm hoping that it will change in a month so that I don't have to go in quarantine. But that means we've got some counters that we'll need. Definitely November 8th, because I'm doing every other Sunday. So November 8th I'll need counters. And if Colorado's red, then November 22nd. We'll need to have some counters on that to keep the every other week sequence. Hopefully it'll be blue and I'll be good. Otherwise, I'll be in a very small room. Anything else from the floor? Okay, and I just remembered, got scarves. Whoops.
Oh, scarves. Oh, good, scarves. But I just want to say today we're doing the Meal for
Okay. Anything that you need help with today, Lee? Or
Well, people have volunteered, so I think we're good.
okay. So Lee was just reminding us that they have the dinner at Joseph's house for those who are helping her out today. Thanks, Lee, for organizing that for those who were involved. Also, if you heard the clicking sound of Nancy's needles, it's scarf making time, and we're going to try to set the goal 500, Nance. Is that what you're targeting? You're cringing. Okay, somewhere around 500. So if you have scarves or are making scarves or whatever. I know we can't do the work sessions like we've done in past years. So get with Nancy and let her know if you can help out in some way. Anything else? Okay, then our closing hymn is the Servant Song. It'll be up on the screen. There we go.
Brother, sister, let me serve you, let me be as Christ to you. Pray that I may have the grace to let you be my servant too. We are pilgrims on a journey, we're together on this road. We are here to help each other walk the mile and bear the load. I will hold the Christ light for you in the night time of your fear. I will hold my hand out to you, speak the peace you long to hear. I will weep when you are weeping, when you laugh, I'll laugh with you. I will share your joy and sorrow till we've seen this journey through. When we sing to God in heaven, we shall find such harmony. Born of all we've known together, of Christ's love and agony. Brother, sister, let me serve you, let me be as Christ to you. Pray that I may have the grace to let you be my servant too. As we go forth today, may we go forth emboldened by the grace and love of Christ. May it overflow from us to be shared with all those who we encounter. And may we also remind ourselves to seek the things that we need, to keep that reserve of love and grace for ourselves, so that we might be able to share some through each and every one of the days ahead. Let us go forth with Christ. Let us go forth as a community. Let us go forth to share love with each other and to all who we meet. Amen.